Well, it's time for Media Watch, and James Creedon is here with us in the studio. Hello there, James.
Hi, Laura.
Good to see you this Monday. We're going to start in Algeria, where the news that Abdelaziz Bouteflika is to step down before the end of the month has got a bit of a mixed reaction, hasn't it?
That's right. Just to take a look at some of the reactions that have been coming in the last hour or so since that news came in. It was put out on the Algerian official press service, so that was getting circulated quite a lot on social media, that he's going to stand down before the 28th of the month. You had some saying this is a first victory. Let's not forget that not so long ago he was talking about a fifth term. So, you know, people power, I guess. Others saying, I'm really hoping this isn't a Poisson d'Avril, which is April Fool's in French. Bouteflika to resign before April 18th. So some people expressing surprise that this had come through. Pierre Aski, a prominent French journalist, also saying, who would have believed this just a few weeks ago when we were hearing about a fifth term or even a fourth term plus, etc., etc. Then you had cartoons as well reacting to the news. One guy here saying, yes, celebrating it, and another saying, yeah, but what's next? You know, that uncertainty hanging over things.
For elections or anything.
That's right. This is Dilem, the best-known political cartoonist in Algeria, and what the crowd is saying there is no. Right away. In other words, 28th of April, we have to wait even further. So there's a degree of impatience. Bouteflika, I want to die as president, which is what his stated goal was. Millions of Algerians who took to the street saying, not on our watch. And indeed, people power, I suppose, a lot of people fetting that this evening. Others here, this tweet more or less saying, look, we wanted the end of an entire clique, an entire power clique, so we're not happy with this latest development. Another person then, again, saying after he stands down, his political immunity should be taken off him and justice should be served, in other words, etc. I'll finish with that one because that's kind of a nice, optimistic one. Welcome to Algeria, and indeed, a lot of people fetting the younger generations who drove all of these protests.
Yeah, because if you're 20 or under, you've only ever known Bouteflika. Yeah. But a whole new era, hopefully. Right. And thankfully, it has been a bloodless protest movement as well.
Peaceful protests.
All right, now you mentioned April Fool's, which it is today. Traditionally, journalists like to get in with some hilarious fake story. I mean, fake news is not so funny these days, is it? But anyway, we're not sure we need any more fake stories. But yes, true. French journalists have been getting on in the act this year.
Yes, indeed. So basically, you have various stories such as this. This is Armour Luxe, which is they're famous for their marinière, the kind of the what do you call it, the sailor style tops. And this April Fool's joke was saying the stripes are going so that the Chinese can't counterfeit it anymore, and we're going to have square tops. I don't think that's very funny, but anyway, that was fake.
Hilarious.
Then there was another one. There was another one saying that the Tour de France is now going to be delocalised to Belgium. This was in a Belgian state media. Again, who's going to believe that in Belgium? I don't think anyone would believe that. So they were all very transparent April Fool's jokes. This was the French police saying that they were going to be hiring rabbits. I don't know what they were thinking with that. That's just ridiculous. Why would they be hiring rabbits? The whole point is that it's meant to be believable, right? In any case, Numerama, which is, sorry for this delay with everything coming up. Numerama, it's a digital media. It's kind of a media that looks at all things digital. And they're saying, as every year, Numerama will not be creating any April Fool's jokes because we don't believe that is what the job of a media is. In other words, we could be spreading fake information. So they were taking the high moral ground. And then they pointed the finger. I mean, this is sort of legitimate, I guess, but high moral ground is maybe a bit too much. Apple and Google News in France did actually end up getting fooled and putting forward on the kind of prominently on their news services stuff that ended up actually being April Fool's jokes. In other words, they're saying people could get tricked.
Well, you can get in trouble for sharing fake news now, so it's kind of taken the whole humour out of the whole April Fool's
Fake news
thing.
Has ruined April Fool's.
Yeah.
Kind of. Unless you know, but especially for people who have no sense of humour.
Every day is April 1st, okay. Now let's end with this. The Irish Taoiseach.
Yes.
Leo Varadkar.
Well pronounced.
Thank you. Is a big fan of Kylie Minogue, isn't he? Like so many of us. But he took it one step further.
Now, I thought this was an April Fool's when I saw it first, but it's not, right?
Are you sure?
I triple checked. I really hope I'm not going to get cut out here. He sent her a letter. You see, the problem was he sent it on letter-headed paper from the Irish government and all of that, saying that he was a huge fan and that she was coming to Dublin for a concert and that he would be very happy to meet her personally and to welcome her, and that the hotel she was staying at was opposite government buildings and that he would be very delighted to meet her. And so, but look at the coverage. Dear Kylie, the starry-eyed fan letter from... But he also signed as Leo V, which makes it sound like he's starting off a dynasty.
Is that what he's known as? Is that
Leo Varadkar, VOV, I don't know. He probably should have just signed the full name. In any case, he got a bit in trouble with that. And then the headlines like this, gushing fan letter to Kylie Minogue. Anyway, here was the result. He and his partner and all their buddies got backstage.
She's tiny, isn't she?
Got backstage privileged access to Kylie Minogue thanks to...
He looks happy there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Take his mind off the Irish backstop for a few minutes.
That's it. A little bit of a break. And I'm pretty sure he's happy to take the flak, I would imagine.
Oh, great stuff.
So
she's already performed or she's performed?
That was in December. And
oh, right. They only just found the letter.
People are getting very, very late to the party.
Oh,
but
yes.
So it's not April Fool's. Although now I'm beginning to wonder, because if we're only talking about it now and it happened in December.
Oh, dear. All right, James. I'll leave you to figure that one out. Thank you very much indeed, James Creedon, there with Media One.